Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Wifier here, bringing you a match that I had very recently. By that I mean like 15 minutes ago. I'm not even finished my dinner yet, and I wanted to bring you guys this match because it has a crazy backstory to it. I was on PO, as always, and I loaded up a game, and choose your team thing came up, and I walked away to go into the kitchen to help my mom, and when I came back I loaded up another game, not thinking. So I didn't want to forfeit either of them, so I just kind of played around and tried to go back and forth between two games and actually make decent plays. And it is very confusing. I think the two teams I had to face did not help because one of them I was facing a rain team like mine, and the other team I was facing a sun team. So I didn't even realize what weather was up on one of mine. One of my pokes got frozen, and on the other one I hadn't even used it yet. And, it was really confusing because it was the same team just against different, and then the other team had some of my guys, so it was even more confusing. So luckily, about halfway through, one of the guys forfeited, and that match wasn't going so well. And the better of the two matches, the one that I was actually still in, despite I was in the other one. I think the guy just rage quit because I was taking too long. But anyway, let's get to the match. I was screwing around earlier, and I decided I wanted a new rain team. Not like entirely new. You'll recognize two faces, and there are four new faces. Obviously, that means four new faces. I think it's a lot more lolsy. There are some really ridiculous sets I have. The pokes themselves might be a little more upper tier, but the sets that they're using are just as lolsy as the end use I was using before. This is a lot of rambling. Let's get on to the game. He leads off with Drapion, and it was funny because both matches actually had Toxic Spike leads as well. The other one had a Tentacruel, so it was confusing. Anyway, this is a mixed Politoed, and that's what I mean. To nail, what is it called? Ninetales and Tentacruels, actually, which was why I was so happy in the other game. And Tyranitar's on the Switch, because Earthquake and Tuick a Tyranitar. I have a little bit of attack investment, but not much. Anyway, Scald still does a lot more, because it's rain boosted, but I decided to go for an Earthquake just to see how much it would do, and it does 52, which means if I have Spikes, which I have on this team, set up, it only needs to really take one prior hit, and I'll nab it on the Switch, and it'll die. Anyway, predicting the Solar Beam, I go out to this thing, which is Shrubbery, which is my... It's a little hard to explain. I'll try to fit it in. I go back out to this thing, predicting the Fire Blast, and to get the Rain set back up. It only does 9-ish. And why is that so slow? Okay, it was on normal. I guess I'll go to fast now. He absorbs light again, and I rest up, which is really nice. I'm gonna call him back and go right out to this thing, because I've had enough things poisoned at this point, and the other game I've already had them off. The Toxic Spike is gone for a while. I know you don't care about the other game, I just wanted to, let you know. Because, at one point, these plays aren't too good. At one point, all of a sudden, my play style just completely turns around, and it's really obvious, actually. It's quite funny, so you can tell. Anyway, this Shaman can't do anything to my Shaman. My Shaman, basically, my Parasect on my other rain team was meant to do two things. It was meant to wall fighting types, because it's part bug, and to take electric and water moves, basically erode them. This thing does it a lot better, take the water and electric. It can't take fighting, but I have a whole nother poke. So basically, I've divided Parasect into two Pokemon, and they can do the jobs better, but it takes up 2 slots instead of 1. I don't really mind, because they do the jobs better. This thing, I don't even know. I think my mouse has been on the screen the whole time. I apologize for that. Here, I just kind of went into Toady just to go for an Earthquake. Toady is a inside joke, by the way. It's not just a fail nickname. I'm going to Scald, hoping for the burn. And I think he Grass Knots, and it does not that much, and then I get double lefties, and he's like, oh crap, okay, let's try to get the burn myself. So I go for the Scald again, still don't get the burn. He goes for the Scald, and gets the burn, and a crit, just to rub it in my face. I'm like, dude, really? Okay, that's kind of lame. So my dying wish here is just to get a burn, which I do, because Scald, 30% chance 3 burns, or 30% chance to burn 3 Scalds, that's about right. And my dying wish here is just to get off another Scald before I die. So, this team is a little different, obviously, because, the defensive core is a lot better. Like, nothing's really going to get by this team defensively. This is the game. Never mind. Anyway, I have my Porygon, which is my complete, calm-natured, max special defense, max HP Porygon 2. With Bolt Beam, just Thunder instead of Ice Beam, which is really nice. As you can see, Earth Power does nothing. And I'm just going to go for a Toxic. And I'm predicting him to switch out here right back into Ninetales, which he does like a boss. I'm like, even though the Toxic won't do anything, that felt really good to predict like that. And this is exactly that play. Turn 24 is when the other guy forfeited and I got back to this match. Anyway, he's going to Solar Beam. Pretty much does nothing. I'm just going to Earthquake to look cool instead of Scald, because there's a point of Earthquake on this set just to kill that. I know that I can wall him with my Shaman, so there's no point not to go into it. He misses Seed Flare, which is kind of whatever at this point. I mean, I had Earth Power to start, and then I thought about it for a sec, and I'm like, well, what is this Shaman used for? It's used to wall grass types. Why would I have something to cover Heatran on it when I'm using a Rain team anyway? I have plenty of things for Heatran. I don't have anything to cover opposing grass types other than this thing. I might as well go for something that actually hurts them. There's the logic behind Air Slash and Seed Flare. Seed Flare is going to finish off the Empoleon. At this point, I know I had the game. I know I had the game about 10 turns ago. It was just a matter of not screwing up and actually getting to the result that I need. Sorry, I had a pop earlier, and I have a lot of phlegm in my mouth. I know you wanted to know that. He's screwing around here with a lot of different moves, and it's pretty funny. He's a Mach Punch, a Stone Edge. I wonder if he had any other fighting moves other than Mach Punch. He reveals this thing to me, and it's kind of scary. I leave this thing in to die to a Flare Blitz just to get some recoil, and he goes for an Extreme Speed. So that's whatever. I go to this thing, which has defense EVs as well, max HP, and like a quarter defense, a little bit of special defense, a little bit of attack, and a little bit of special attack. And yeah, it's a messed up Politoed, but it works apparently. I know I can wall this Shaman, but with my Shaman, but I decide to go to this bad boy just to get up some spikes. This set is absolutely golden, and hopefully someday I'll be able to show you how it's supposed to work. Basically, because I didn't have Stealth Rock on the other team, and I wanted something to get whatchamacallits, I don't know, Weather Wars, I wanted spikes on my side. And this thing's awesome because it has hydration and rest, so it's like Parasect with the fighting resist, just better. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of a stall war here. This whole game has been fast forwarded on fast too, so this is a long game. Long video too, I'm already up to 8 minutes, but I guess I can give you guys a brief description of that Shelmet. It is absolutely amazing. The idea behind it is, even with Parasect, if the opponent decided to sit in there and bulk up all day, I couldn't have done anything about it. This Shelmet has an awesome little move called Guard Share, where whenever I want, I can just take all his defensive and special defensive boosts and mine and swap them. So if he's at +6/+6, I get all his defense boosts. That cancels out his attack boost if he's using bulk up, and I can just set up spikes forever because I can just rest whenever I get down too low, which won't be that often. I think it's a beautifully ingenious set, and I hope it works out someday the way it's supposed to. There goes his last guy. It's actually a great game. I don't know how to pronounce their name. Like Bryson, yeah, that'd be Bryson Blizz. Bryson Blizz. Whoever you are, good game. I really like this Rain team. It's a little more hoary, but not really. I mean, the Shaman is the #1 thing that is an obvious step up from Parasect, but the fact that I have Shelmet, and I have you didn't even see in this match that I had a Seeking instead of a Raichu. I like this team a lot more. It functions a lot better as a team. I hope you guys enjoy Rain. I mean, if you don't, suggest something in the comments. I mean, if you guys don't want me to constantly use Rain or constantly use something, speak up and put it in the comments, because I'm kind of feeling bad about posting nothing but Rain. But if you guys don't mind, I mean, just tell me what you're thinking. Because I can make a team in roughly half an hour, so if you guys want, oh, hey, Richard, why don't you use this Pokemon? I'll try to find a team for it, build a team for it, and it'll be in the next match. Anyway, I'm up to 10 minutes, and it's a long battle. If you guys have actually watched this far, you deserve a cookie, and I'll get you that in the next battle. So, like, sub, peace, later.